Welcome to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt, and I have a problem. My whiskey is going bad. When people start buying multiple bottles of whiskey, one of their first questions is this: how many of these sons of guns can I have open? Because I fear once I open them, they'll go bad. Fret not, my rookie bourbon aficionado. The standard answer that has been repeated over and over again for years is basically this: as long as you have a decent fill level in the bottle and you keep that open bottle out of direct sunlight and not in extreme temperatures, the whiskey, she gonna be fine. But what I've noticed and what I've learned is that's not always necessarily the case. You may have bigger problems sooner depending on the place in which you live. I think anyway. In this video, we're going to talk about when things go dry, they may upset a guy. And that guy being me, or you, or anybody else who likes a drinky poo. But before we get into this main topic, let's first talk about other things that may be bad once they get dried out. Today, I've partnered with Geology to bring you this sponsored video. What on the lovely planet Earth is Geology, Matt? Super happy you asked, Matt. Happy to help. Geology creates simple and effective skincare and hair care routines customized just for you. Their products are built on just a handful of powerful and proven ingredients that have been trusted by dermatologists for decades. We all have our own skin problems, whether it's acne or extra oiliness. Some of us are wrinkly or have dark and puffy under eyes. But we all wish we could have smoother, more hydrated skin that didn't show the signs of aging. Even if we don't talk about it in public or even in private, in the back of our mind, we want our skin to look divine. But thanks to Geology, committing to better skin doesn't have to be difficult. Their personalized skincare routines will get you the results that you want to see. All you gotta do is start with their 60-second quiz. They'll ask you some questions about your skin goals, and then wham bam, thank you, Matt. They'll build a custom routine just for you. And then they'll deliver that custom routine right to your door. Ding dong, skincare guy. Their systems aren't complicated, they're extra easy to use and super easy to stick to. In the morning and night, I wash my face with this sensitive skin face wash because Portsky's got some sensitive skin. And then I use the Tone Control Morning Cream in the AM with SPF 15 built right in, so you can give the sun the middle finger on your way to work or on your way to the beach. And then at night after washing, I use this retinol night cream and this dark circle fighting eye cream. Because when you're catching your Z's, the eye cream will be fighting the C's, the circles. So stop wasting your time with endless products that aren't working. Click on my link in the description below and grab 70% off your personalized skincare routine. That's a full month's trial for only $12. And also 50% off all add-ons. I recommend the body wash. It's nice. Thank you so much, Geology, for partnering with the channel, and thank you for making my face not look like a disgrace. If you were a lover of wine, you know that when you purchase a wine that you don't want to enjoy for some time, if you want to store that baby for a later occasion, you put that thing sideways so that the wine keeps the cork wet. Because once that cork gets dry and starts to shrink and crumble, that expensive wine of yours will be in trouble. And that is the problem I'm having with some of my whiskey. Now, it's not the whiskey with the synthetic corks that are having the issue, because the synthetic corks are snug as a bug in a rug. It's the whiskeys with the corks, the real corks. Because unlike wine, if you lay a whiskey sideways to keep the cork wet over time, guess what? The high percentage of alcohol in the liquor is going to eat away at that cork, causing that cork to fall apart and ruin your whiskey. So your whiskey must be stored standing up. And I've been a good boy, and that's how I've stored all of my favorite pours. Upright, out of the sun, and in a moderately climate-controlled environment. It's not getting super hot, it's not getting super cold, it's just chilling. Problem is this: After I moved to Colorado, I started noticing some issues with some of my bottles. You'll hear a lot of people say, tip your bottle over and get the cork wet from time to time so that your cork doesn't dry out, which works for moderately sized bottle collections, but when you start getting up into the hundreds of bottles, that becomes a tedious task that doesn't necessarily sound like the great way to spend a Saturday. And also, I'm not quite positive if that even works in certain environments. In this dry western Colorado climate, I've been noticing from time to time that I pick up a bottle and the cork doesn't seem too snug, just like this bullet barrel strength. I had to replace its cork with an old Carter cork because the cork that was on this bullet cask strength was bad. She was loose and letting air in. So I replaced it with a snug old Carter cork, and then after going through my bottles today to make this video, I noticed this. She's pretty loose too. If it's leaking whiskey, it's definitely leaking air. But for a bottle like Bullet Barrel Strength, you may not care. I have this Hazmat 13th Century Straight Rye Whiskey. Look at the cork on this. That's not good. Thankfully, it looks like 13th Century figured out that there was an issue, America, and fixed it themselves with a synthetic cork. I've had various other issues as well. This Wild Turkey Diamond, its cork was just a piece of crap. We all know that old Wild Turkey corks are pretty bad, but this one was a wiggle job that I just had to fix myself. So it got a Bardstown Bourbon Company cork. America. Then there was the Smoke Eye Hill Barrel Proof that we got last year. This Smoke Eye Hill, which was one of Fred Minnick's favorite bourbons of 2024, its cork on it, we won't say anything negative about the stopper on the Smoke Eye Hill, but the cork on it shrunk tremendously very quickly, like it entered Lake Superior on an October day. So before the whiskey went bad, I had to replace this cork, America, with a 1792 cork because it fits nice and snug and keeps the whiskey fresh. But it wasn't until 2 Fridays ago that I realized I had a major problem on my hands. Up until this point, I caught things ahead of time. I was being proactive. I noticed when corks were a bit wiggly, and I found something less wiggly to stuff in their spot. Then comes 2 Fridays ago. 2 Fridays ago on a live stream, I wanted to compare a brand new project that I'm working on at Barrel King. It's a double oaked 17-year American light whiskey. I wanted to compare it to some of my favorite double oaked light whiskeys of all time, the Old Carter American whiskey line. But unfortunately for me, once I opened up this Old Carter whiskey, I was drastically disappointed. The cork came out like a child's foot in a grown-up's shoe. I poured it into a glass, and then I put it down the hatch. And then when I tasted it, I immediately knew that this poor bottle was through. This Old Carter American Whiskey, batch 9, oxidized. Oxidized by a loose cork and my negligence. This now tastes like the back of a forever stamp. If you were to mail 1,000 envelopes and you licked them all, that is the flavor that's in the mouth after tasting some oxidized American light whiskey. It's that of glue, stamps, adhesive. It's bitter and pungent and puckery and friggin' bad. This bottle is absolutely ruined and destroyed, and that sucks. So this video is just a PSA, a bit of a PSA. If you have favorite bottles that are open and you wanted to save them to share them for a future time, make sure that the corks are in there good. Make sure that there's no air getting in them, because if there is, your favorite bottle, it will literally suck shit. So after noticing that this bottle was absolutely wrecked, I ventured through this garage of whiskey. Are there any other potential disasters in this garage that I haven't checked on recently? And I've only gone through the bottles on the floor and over yonder, which are easy to get to. The ones behind me that are stacked 5 deep, I need to get to pronto, because I found another bottle which will piss me the heck off if it's wrecked. This is a 2021 Michter's Barrel Strength Rye, and the cork on it is bad. Do we get liquid? Do we get liquid? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Damn it. How long has this bottle been sucking air? America. For a while anyway. Now let's find out if it's wrecked or if I just need to find a new cork. Oh no. Oh yeah. It's stampy. It's stampy and envelopey. That is a bitter biatch. Just like I suspected, this 2021 Michter's Barrel Strength Rye is ruined. It's wrecked. And son of a bitch. It tastes like your tongue is a sticker. I love a quality friggin' nostalgic real cork. But when that nostalgic real cork shoots you in the back when you're not looking, we're no longer friends. Therefore, I will be shopping for a variety bag of synthetic corks and all the bottles around the garage that I care about, that I want to share with friends at a later time that have been open. I'm gonna replace every real cork with a synthetic cork, and if you are a manufacturer of fine spirits out there, I recommend that you switch to synthetic corks as well. Point of this video is I recommend you do the same thing. If there are bottles that you cherish, go double check the cork, especially if you live in a dry climate. You live and you learn. And once you learn, I think it's only fair to share that information with the people you love, or the people who just watch your videos. That's gonna do it for this video. I know it wasn't super entertaining or even like exciting. Probably wasn't even fun to watch, but I just might have saved some of your bottles, biatch. Your bottle corks are like your prostate. You should examine them twice a week. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up if you have thumbs. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey, and like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on being as helpful as you can. Did I ask if you wanted my opinion? Did I ask if you wanted my help? Did I ask if you needed a little bit of a boost across the street? No. And that's because I am extra bold when I'm on the video camera. In real life, I wouldn't say shit. I'm an introvert. I am an obese introvert, and I'm scared of public. But if I'm talking to a video camera, I can say whatever I want without any repercussions, currently, and in real time. Am I aware that repercussions could come down the road? Sure. And also, I'm quite unsure how I got on this topic. What was I saying? Oh, be bold and helpful, I think. I don't know. Love you guys. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Good night. See you later.